Hello my cheese friends, and welcome back to another episode. This time we're going to learn how to freeze milk. I've received many questions, so I'll answer them one by one. Can milk be frozen? Sure, it's a great way to extend milk that's nearing its expiration date. Or maybe you had an opportunity to get a great deal on milk and you'd like to save some for later. Can any type of milk be frozen? Yes, you can freeze skim milk, 2% or whole milk. You can even freeze half and half cream or full cream. Just make sure that after it's defrosted that you shake it up so that the fat moves back into the rest of the milk. Can milk be frozen in other containers? Yes, you can freeze your gallon of milk in the regular gallon jug, but you can also portion it out into smaller containers like this one here, or you can portion it out into single-size servings in plastic bags. That way you can just take out the amount you need. When you pour your milk into the container, make sure you leave at least 1.5 inches from the top to allow the milk to expand. That way, you don't end up with a big mess in your freezer or refrigerator. And it's a very good idea when you're dealing with cartons of milk, you'll want to put them into plastic before you freeze them. How long can milk be frozen? That's a great question, and my research tells me anywhere from 2 to 6 months. I don't freeze it for much longer than 3 months. Here's a great tip. Make sure that you write the freeze date on the side of the container. Can milk be frozen in glass? The answer to that is no, not unless you'd like a big mess in your refrigerator or your freezer. Because glass can crack, because milk expands as it freezes, so it's not a good idea to ever freeze milk in glass. In fact, I reached out to my friends at Cloverleaf Dairy, and they definitely do not recommend freezing milk in glass. Does frozen milk retain its nutrients? That's an easy one. Yes. What's the best way to thaw milk? Silly kitty, always after the milk. Thaw your milk from the freezer in the refrigerator overnight or up to 24 hours, and then it'll be ready for consumption. If you need to thaw milk more quickly, you can submerge it in a sink full of cold water. Just make sure that that water is very cold. Never ever submerge frozen milk in hot or warm water. Once it's thawed, should milk be consumed quickly? My general rule of thumb is within 7 days, but I do recommend paying attention to the expiration date of the milk that you put in the freezer in the first place. Just make sure that you don't leave it in the refrigerator too long. Use it up. Can frozen milk be used for cheese making? Absolutely. I've done it several times and it works just fine. Does milk that's been thawed taste the same as fresh milk? Well, let's find out. Yes. Yes. We hope this answers all of your questions about how to freeze milk. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.